Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video. In this video we're going to be taking a first look at Piper, who is a character who has popped up in Road to Survival, of course. We don't know what part of the game she's in. She's not a promo by the looks of things because she has popped up very early. She's not in the promo world right now, and generally promos don't pop up today. And if they do, they go straight in the promo world pretty much. But she could be a promo, and she's just popped up early. She doesn't look like a promo as a 6-star, we'll just say that. This is what she looks like as a 5-star, so we've seen those red locks with Leon and Roxy on the story missions. A lot of people were wondering, is she going to pop up into the game? I was wondering on my stream, could she be a character in the game? She is, which is great. She is an alert character, and as a 5-star, she's got Cutthroat. And this is what she looks like as a 6-star. She gets buffed up heavily as a 6-star. As you can see, everything comes on. Like, there's no hats, but she gets a hoodie, and she gets the glasses. She looks mad mean. Like, as a 5-star, okay, not much changes in terms of facial expression, but the glasses add a lot there. The glasses add a lot, and she gets like the bag and everything, and she looks pretty sick. I'm gonna be honest, she looks pretty sick. And we'll just go through her stats. 2,055 attack, 1,514 defense, 1,839 HP. She is, of course, like I said, an alert character, and I've just seen she has red shoes, just randomly. And her role is support, but as a support character, she has quite a lot of base attack. And if we look at her rush, it's called Staggering Shots. It is 76 AP cost, deal 550% damage to up to 2 enemies. Those enemies get stunned for 2 turns. So it's like an identical rush to Michelle, pretty much. Identical rush, except it doesn't do the bleed. So I don't know how she becomes a support character by doing no bleeds. That's it, basically, on her rush. I guess it's based on her active skill, and her active skill is Disarm and AP gain. It has an initial cooldown of 2, which is kind of disappointing, because if this is effectively the first sort of accessibility to Disarm, for free-to-play, I'm really reaching here in terms of this being a free-to-play character. It could easily be a promo and it's just coming out early, but this doesn't feel like a promo character, just because I'm not like disappointed with the game and angry at the character being released. So it just doesn't feel like a promo character right now. But disarm up to 2 enemies for 2 turns. This character gets 35% AP, and obviously it's the initial cooldown which is the issue. Because if you want to disarm characters, you want to do it on the first turn. Considering it's got a 4-turn cooldown, you're probably only going to get this off once, and then you're going to rely heavily on it. I guess the first turn isn't too big a deal, though, to be honest. If they've got a window, you can pile up your AP on those characters. Then you can use Piper to disarm, let's say, the shield. Once the shields up on turn 2, and then it can start working that way. I guess it's not too bad. But if they don't have a window, you're in trouble. You're going to have to gain AP some way. You know, if they've got a ranged defense, you're going to get impaired or stunned potentially. So you're going to have to rely on those resists, or just hopefully they won't proc. Now, she has got a specialist skill, which is Cutthroat, which I don't think is amazing, but it has got buffed recently. And as you can see, it says, whenever this character deals damage to a fighter that is under the effect of debilitating status, they will deal 50% extra damage. I think originally it was 30%. So that means, let's say, you do get this character and you do run her with Michelle. Michelle does her rush, stuns the character, then this character does her rush, and Piper's rush would do 50% extra damage because that character was already stunned. So huge amounts of damage output on someone who's got a stun, impair, anything pretty much. So even basic attacks will work the same. She has got high base attack stat, so that's going to be really nice. She looks like actually a pretty nice free-to-play character. She fits into the team that they're trying to build effectively for free-to-play. Michelle as a leader, Piper coming in. It's just whether she is a free-to-play character or not. She could easily just be a bad promo, this is the sort of level we're at. She could be a bad promo or a good free-to-play character. How crazy is that? I don't think she has an attached weapon, so you can slot a weapon into her hands whenever you want. Just put it in her hands. And I like her a lot. I actually like her a lot. She'd be in my team pretty much instantly, just because alerts we just don't get enough of. She's only the 2nd character within Generation 2, if she is accessible, that is an alert character. Donnie's the first. The last character we had before Donnie was Leagues to Sandy in Season 2. Like, that's how long ago we have to go back. 3 seasons ago, which is over 6 months ago. This year we've only had Donnie, And that's it. It is obviously because of the release rate of Legacy Ascendables has been dreadful. I don't think we've had one fast Legacy Ascendable. Oh no, we have. We had G2 Rick. Have we had every trait? I guess we haven't had, no we had, okay. Just 1 second. I think we've had every trait. Just because we've had one of Donnie, we've had every trait. But we just haven't had enough. Obviously this is the thing, we haven't had enough. So it's hard to build in a team at the moment. It's hard to actually build a team that works. And I would say if this character is grindable, I'd love it to be part of an event like Michelle was, where it's hard work. I'm not talking about like being top milestones, but like you have to do everything. You have to do a lot of roadmaps. You have to be active. You know, you have to be part of every single event. Maybe the first 5 or 6 milestones of every single solo tournament, every single faction tournament. That's the kind of event that a lot of people want to see, or like something that's grindable. So we'll see what happens. But this character looks pretty decent for a free-to-play character if it is widely available. But if it is a promo, I'd be very surprised, just because it doesn't seem very promo-ish. Stun isn't the most powerful because everyone runs a stun resist these days. So we saw Roxy's got stun, Michelle's got stun, Piper's got stun, and they're quite free to play accessible. Donnie's got stun. You know, stun is generally not that powerful, so it isn't a surprise that we're seeing it. But that is a lot of damage. It's very similar to Michelle. I like the character a lot. We'll see how accessible she is. And this was 6-star Piper though. Do tell me what you think about her as a character. She looks pretty cool. But that's the end of my video, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. And as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.